At least for me and my husband, we felt like, I think it'll be strange lah. I mean, if we're all sitting in the living room, right, my baby is cuddled and carried by like my helper instead of us. I don't see that happening.
No, but so in before that, right, because a lot of the things that don't matter, we also have a lot of expenditure that I think are like, not important for a kid one, but now, right, it's quite popular. Like, for example, you want to swan your bazi for the child to have like a special, like, nice name.
Confinement center.
Yeah, like, okay, so now let's grill the mother in the studio, right, and like go and find out like what kind of like interesting expenditures did she have. So yeah, did you actually give your child like a good Chinese name with like an auspicious bazi? Like, did you get it calculated?
Yes, I did everything.
How much?
Yeah.
I don't think it's not expensive.
I'll just say it.
I think it's only like
this is market research.
I
this
think
is
it's
not attacking. Yeah.
$700-800. Okay, so my calculation was because my baby was a little on the bigger side. So my doctor actually asked me to go for C-sec. So, and I think in terms of preference, me and my husband wanted a C-sec as well, because it's easier to plan out our work. I think you'll know how busy I was before I went on maternity. So I keep telling the thing like I don't know when I'm going to be due. Like if I'm going to go for natural, it's this waiting game that I didn't want. So I wanted to go for some certainty in terms of like choosing the date. So since I'm already half decided that I wanted to do C-sec, right? So I must well just count everything to make sure that it's like best time, best date. Yep. And I think what was most important to me is I think I've seen a lot of kids where, you know how they say like the bazi don't clash with their parents, and then they'll grow up like always arguing with their parents and all. So I think that was what I was trying to avoid, because I think basically for them to count the bazi, they need like both husband and wife and all, so that at least everything is smooth lah. But you won't know lah. You won't know because you can calculate all this thing, right? I've also heard from the feng shui company, right, that people who calculated, but your baby can still come out earlier. There's no way you can tell the baby wait like 2 more days because that's the auspicious. Like there's no way lah. So it's still a choice, but it's not a guaranteed.
So it was $700 to $800 just to calculate the bazi.
I think it depends on what master you go for. If you go for like grandmaster, I think it's like a few $1,000s. But I went for like the basic master. I didn't.
So basic master is $700 to $800.
Yeah.
So
then there's
what
like grandmaster.
Hold up. Private hospital basic master. How does that calculation?
There's like different rates for like different master.
Okay. So my master must be some underground like master.
What? I think I want trainee.
No, my parents only paid $50 for my name.
Intern feng shui. Let's go.
Yeah. Probably like intern or something.
Maybe.
Damn it. No, because my sister's name cost $100 and mine $50.
Wait, so you pay already, then give you the name, right? So yeah lah, means that's just okay.
No, wait. Your $700 to $800 is only name, is it?
No. It includes calculation on like the dates for delivery. So I think name.
It's like the full package.
I think name alone
$50.
No lah. I can't remember. But I confirm not $50. I think maybe couple of hundreds.
Okay.
So here now I have this new irrational fear of, did I spend enough money to swan my child's bazi?
You can find out. You can find out. No. You find out your name. No.
Because now, right? Wait, what if 21 years later or 22 years later, my child's like, "Wow, why you only spend $400 on my name?"
I mean, it's a running joke now lah. $50.
I think you can just tell your kid that we swan, but just don't tell them the amount, so that they won't feel like imbalanced. Like my friend's name costs like 1,000, my name only costs 500.
Only $50.
No, the worst thing is my sister's name double the cost of mine. So I asked my parents like, why my sister gets like a name that costs more? Then they said I think her name more unique.
Yeah, so wait, but then you pay the money first, then you get the name. It's not like, or is you get the name then you ask how did your system work?
I don't know how to be. I have no idea.
No, so they will calculate. They'll give you a couple of options, and you still get to choose. So it's like they'll give you like maybe 5 options and like permutation, so you can decide from the list that they generate for you.
Yeah, so that means right, they onset already $50. Your sister already onset $100.
I'm not very sure. Maybe also not. So recently I went to Taiwan, then I got my name like vetted by a master. At one of the night markets,
right,
for $5 or something.
Okay, now your name $55. Let's go.
For $5, I got my name vetted. And okay, so apparently it's not that bad. Because I went with a bunch of other friends, right? One of my friends, her name was randomly given by her uncle, and basically her life is just not good.
Oh, oof.
Yeah, it's just like not smooth in all areas.
I feel that has added punch when it's from a night market.
Yeah. And then no, but for mine, right, it was like, I think it was like half good, half bad. So maybe that's why mine was $50 because it wasn't like completely good.
It's such an interesting like thing. Like I personally am not like a big thing into like that, but just hearing the fact that like your name is worth $50 is just hilarious to me. Because like in my head, right, I'm just imagining your parents has like a list of names like 哪一个最好? Then it's like this one. I give you $50, this one better. Like the way you describe it, that's how it sounds like, you know, like how much you pay the guy, they tell you which is the luckiest names of the 6 that you have. I'm pretty sure that's not it. But I think that okay, to those people who don't believe it, that's on you. But to those people who do you think this is a necessary expenditure for peace of mind?
Yes. I would do it. I would do it.
No, as in my parents did it for my name.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to do it for my daughter.
Yeah, okay, but there's like push comes to shove, there are wants, right? Like Gucci Court versus normal baby bits. And then there is like, I can come up with a name, or I can have Feng Shui Master Suan Bazi. Is it considered essential?
For me, right, I want to go to a master to decide the Chinese name because my Chinese is not good. So I don't think I can give my child a proper Chinese name. I need someone else to suggest the name for me.
Nice.
Because I can't suggest a Chinese name.
Fair.
English still okay lah, but Chinese name you ask me to think is like
You have
Xiao Ming
convinced
or
me that
something,
now it is essential.
or like Xiao Hua.
No, but it's not that expensive to have to consider.
The 800 lah.
Yeah.
I think to some people it's expensive.
Yeah. Some people like, you have to chicken rice kind. Yeah.
My chicken rice $4 I don't want to buy already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but again, like there's a lot of things with regards to children, like Yan was just mentioning previously, additional help, right? Because if you have mom to take care, that's fine. Do you think, let's say, if mom doesn't have time to help, granny essential, like nannies essential or not?
I think in the event if like my mom is not around to help or like to be able to help me, right? Then infant care lor.
Yeah, because here's the thing that I'm struggling with, right? Because the ultimate sacrifice is I just go and take leave, go home and do the thing. The middling path is to just send to infant care, right? Then the atas path is have the nanny come. So to what end is the what's that called? What is considered minimum essentials? Like, is it okay to just like constantly take leave? Like, let's say you have leave lah. Okay, we don't talk about the fact that it's limiting and all that kind of stuff. But in my opinion, I think that having somebody else take care of my child is a little bit of a like, ooh, right? If given a choice, I would rather just I sacrifice, I go. Right? Even if I take UPL, I also go. Then to like give it to somebody else who's not within immediate family.
No, because I mean I had this conversation with like my mom and my husband on whether should we get a helper. So our take is, I think the tiring part about looking at a child is like waking up in the middle of the night, carrying your baby when your baby is crying, everything. So our rationale in terms of if we get a helper, are we going to let the helper do all this?
Right.
Means to say that the helper has to do the night shift, means your baby need to sleep with the helper, and imagine you're just like sitting there watching TV and your baby cry. You tell the helper, go and carry my baby, and they sit beside you, but the one carrying your baby is your helper. Is that something that you can accept? At least for me and my husband, we felt like, I think it'll be strange lah. I mean, if us all sitting in the living room, right, and then my baby is cuddled and carried by like my helper instead of us, I don't see that happening. So to me, it's the helper is only going to come and help with like the household chores, like change the bed sheet, wash any, which then a part-time helper can easily do that. You don't need a live-in helper to fulfill that part. So right now, we still think we don't need because we only have one kid. But I think coming from those with like bigger families, like 2 kids, then maybe it's a different thing because you might need a bit more support in terms of like household stuff or even like just an extra pair of hands to hold on to the toddler or something. So I think at least for 1 kid, we don't think we need a helper at this moment.
So you have considered like the helper. Does it cost more to have like a domestic helper that actually is good with children as opposed to like the normal ones that helps with chores? Do they cost extra?
Actually, I think, right, okay, I haven't really done my research, but I think to hire a part-time helper that comes like twice a week or once a week is more costly than having a live-in helper with you.
Like over a period of time, like over a
Yeah.
long period.
Oh.
Yeah, actually regarding this topic, right, I also have a very I personally have a very strong opinion on it. So even though I don't have a kid yet lah, so maybe I don't know how insightful my because I don't have a child, but I know that I definitely don't want to have an external like helper or nanny to help me. I really don't want. So even though I don't have a kid, I'm still quite young, right? I already have this conversation with my parents. So I told my mom, I think it would be good if you can help me with my kid next time, because I really don't want anybody to come and help me with this, like outside of immediate family, like what you mentioned. Because last time my parents hired a nanny for me, right, when I was a baby. She pinched me when I cry.
Oh wow.
Huh? Like what? No, because my parents would come home and find like bruises on my legs. So they went to ask the nanny. I mean, I think I can't remember. I don't know if the nanny admitted to it or not. But it was quite obvious that it was like bruises from pinching. So I just feel that an external person taking care of your baby, like I don't think they will feel that kind of connection with your child as much as like an immediate. So they won't care as much as like immediate family member.
I have a different sort of like trauma experience with nanny. So a few of my friends have, because they work well-to-do jobs. So the subpar ones, again like the children will feel like neglected and you feel a bit weird. The atas ones, right, they take care of the child very well. The child's prim and proper, but they feel like manufactured children to me. Like there is no like the joy of the child going ha 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 and just doing things and learning by failing and stuff. It doesn't look like a child. It looks like you put your infant in boarding school. It's gonna learn prim and proper things because it's coming from the nanny's point of view, right? They have to be trained in a certain way to handle children. So there must be like a employee's guidebook on how to handle children. So it's a very cookie cutter way of looking. It's very weird and dehumanizing that if, let's say, I gather like most of my friends' children together, you can tell which one has the proper atas nanny. Because he's gonna sit straight. He's gonna not be looking around like sucking on his thumb, looking at the sky or some nonsense. He's just gonna be prim and proper. And it's very strange to me. It's like very creepy. So I think that the brilliant part of having an internal family member do it for you is that your household, your family is going to have some weird internal jokes and internal customs that things get passed down. I think there is some...
I think it brings the family closer also.
Correct, yeah. And it's a lot better also because then your parents cannot give you shit for having children and not have time. Because sometimes when you're slightly younger, your parents will be like, hey, why are you still on the shelf? Why you don't want to have children? So my mom, they asked me that. I'm like, you ready to take care of me again? Like as though I was a child? Then if she says yes, okay, then we can consider that. But if you're not, then we are not prepared for that kind of situation. So it's not very fair to have a child to bring into the world and get neglected. So the moment she's like, okay, I take care. I'm like, okay, on, it's in the plans. It's in the work.
Yeah, I think my mom also, she did mention that she wouldn't mind lah. But in the case where if maybe one day my parents change their mind and say they don't want to take care anymore, I would rather I send my kid to infant care than to hire a nanny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would because I think there is also some kind of value in sending your child to this kind of school.
Like socials.
Yeah, like it's good for them to be exposed to like other babies. Yeah, or like exposed to like strangers, for example.
No, but the other thing to consider, if you weigh the pros and cons, right? If let's say you have a very good helper, then your baby loves the helper a lot.
Yeah.
I think you'll feel jealous also.
You become the helper.
You'll be like, like you go home, right? You want to carry your baby, but your baby chose your helper instead because they spend so much time together.
Correct.
Versus if now your baby rather be close to like the grandma, then it's a different thing. It's fine because that's my mom, that's like grandma. But if your baby cry and you want to carry your baby and baby say no, your baby chose the helper, I don't think as a mother you can take it.
Yeah.
So it's like that's another consideration if you have a good helper. A good enough that your baby loves the helper so much. But for a helper to be that nice, the helper probably has kids on their own. And then maybe 2 years, 3 years, the helper has to go back. Then what's going to happen to your like baby at like a young tender age? They has to go through the heartbreak of like, my favorite person is leaving me. Yeah, so I think that's other part of consideration as well lah.
Fair.
Bye.